What's up, everybody? MaverickHunterJustin here. I got an Alphabet battle here for you today. For those of you who don't know, I am going to be explaining it. Basically, you take one six-letter word, and you choose Pokemon whose names start with the letters in that word. Today, the word that we're choosing is fucker because we're awesome like that. And so my team would be Flygon, Umbreon, Claydol, Kingler, Empoleon, and Raikou. All right. I try not to whore out too much on these because otherwise it'll turn into a regular battle. He leads off with Frostlass and is going to use some spikes. I lead off with my Trample Flygon. I'm going to use Fire Punch. I put Fire Punch on it specifically for ice types, but he's sashed. I've never seen him use a Frostlass. He told me it was brand spanking new. He uses Ice Beam. I thought he might go for another Spikes just to get a solid trap set out there with 2 layers of spikes, but he doesn't. He goes for Ice Beam, the smart move. So my Flygon dies before he could really do anything. I'm just like, no. So I go out to Mr. Krabs, my Kingler. He's both offensive and defensive. He's kind of a tank setup. He's going to taunt me, so I can't Swords Dance. I wasn't sure if he was going to have taunt or not. And then he uses Shockwave. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even know Frostlass could learn Shockwave. But he had it. He actually thought that I was going to use Kingdra as my K. That's kind of the bad thing about Alphabet battles is the other person can kind of predict maybe who they're going to use. But anyways, I use Crab Hammer. It's going to take out the 1 HP, no problem. There's not much I want to or can do to this Registeel. I have Agility, Swords Dance, Crab Hammer, and X-Scissor, so I can't really hit him with anything powerful enough, and I'm still taunted. So I switch out to Dreidel. We both set up rocks, and he goes for Shadow Claw, and I see how much that does, and I'm like, okay, I can take quite a few of these, so I'm going to go for some Cosmic Powering and make just an awesome, bulky wall out of this Claydol. And then he Toxics me, and I'm just like, no, cry, sad face, because that's the one thing with walls who aren't steel is Toxic. It wrecks them. So I stay in just to rapid spin those rocks away so I can get a safe switch in from one of my other pokes. He goes for another S-Toss and brings me down quite a bit. I'm just like, oh, Claydol's so good, but I can't do anything this battle. 2 pokes so far, or actually 3. Kingler didn't do anything, Flygon didn't do anything, and now Claydol can't do anything. So I go out to my Excalibur, my Swords Dancing Empoleon, and he's gonna set up Stealth Rock after I switch. This turn, I'm going to set up a Swords Dance. He's going to go for a S-Toss. It's not going to do too much because I do have some HP EVs because he is naturally bulky, so why not add to that, which comes in really handy later. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake, and he lives it. The only reason I have Earth Power on Claydol, the reason I didn't use it is because he told me he was more specially bulky than physically. And then I use Earthquake after a Swords Dance for my Empoleon, and it doesn't kill it. I'm like, are you sure you did special? He's like, I'm positive. I guess he's just naturally awesome, that Registeel. But either way, the second Earthquake from my Excalibur is gonna take it down. Now this is where the EVs come in for HP. He uses Brick Break on this Choice Scarf, max neutral attack, Kabutops, and it brings me down to 3 HP. Super effective hit, unstabbed. If I just went with a standard sweeping set, I would have died there and not been able to Earthquake and take out that thing. And he probably would have swept the rest of my team because he's so fast and he has Brick Break. But I live it. I use Earthquake, take him out, 1 hit KO. Then I go for an Aqua Jet, Torrent, stab kind of thing to do some damage on the Cresselia. It doesn't really do anything because Cresselia is just such a pain to take out. And my Excalibur dies. He took out 2 pokes. He did well. I go out to my Night Fox here, my Toxifusion Umbreon. I go for the Confuse Ray, no matter, because I see he's got Calm Mind and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, no problem. He's just going to keep hitting himself. That's what I'm going for. Now this turn I'm going to go for a Toxic. I confuse them, then I Toxic them, or other way around, and they basically just hit themselves and get poisoned, and they just keep dying faster and faster each turn. That's what Toxifusion is. It's a fast way to take out annoying-ass pokes, especially walls or sweepers that you can't really touch. So I go for the Toxic and it misses, but it don't really matter because he's got the Poison Orb anyways to activate his guts. I confuse him and then I switch out. And this turn, he hurts himself on the switch with Mr. Krabs. And then with the Toxic, it almost actually takes him out. He's in the yellow, almost to the red. I'm like, that's awesome. So I'm hoping for another hit, hurt yourself, but he doesn't. He goes for the close combat. Now, I'm pretty sure, because I made him physically bulky as well, I'm pretty positive that if I didn't take the Shockwave earlier from that lead Frostlass, I could have lived that close combat. But who knows? What shoulda, woulda, coulda. He goes for a crunch on my Dreidel, gonna KO it, but Poison is gonna take him out. I was hoping he'll hit himself. Either way, he's gonna die from Confusion hitting himself or Poison. I was trying to use Rapid Spin, give Umbreon a little bit safer switch in, but oh well, no big deal. He goes out to his Electivire. Now, Brandon's never been able to make a good Electivire. He does the standard set. He goes for Cross Drop there, and it misses, and he's just like, no! So I confuse him. He's got the standard set. Max speed, max attack, either Adamant or Jolly. He went with Adamant, then give him Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Cross Drop, and Earthquake, but he's never been able to kill anything with it. I guess just Electivire don't like him. So I Sucker Punch him, knowing he has all attack moves, and then he hurts himself in Confusion, and he's just screaming at this Electivire, why don't you do something? And then another Sucker Punch is going to take him out. This Umbreon has Sucker Punch, Moonlight, Toxic, and Confusion. And anybody who's not Steel, he walls the hell out of. And that's exactly what he's made to do, is just be annoying and wall people. And with Toxifusion, they just die really fast. And Smogon only has the one set with Baton Passing, Curse, and Mean Look. I mean, come on, he's good for more than that. You guys can take an extra 5 minutes out of your busy schedules and make a better set for people to use, because he is good for more than just Baton Passing, Mean Look. So he's going to Calm Mind up, and I'm going to put on the Confusion. I'm going to Toxic him. After 2 Calm Minds, I try to get off a Sucker Punch, but he's not stupid. He's just going to keep Calm Minding up, knowing my only attack move is Sucker Punch. So I'm going to have to switch out to my Raikou. This is my last Pokemon other than Umbreon, my Storm. And he's hurt by Confusion. Even though he does have Moonlight, eventually Toxic is going to kill him no matter what. So all I have to do, I do have Calm Mind on him, so all I have to do is just keep Calm Minding up to where he can't touch me, because his special attack is pretty shitty, and Raikou actually does have decently special bulk. So show him that I have Calm Mind, and then I go for a Thunderbolt, and it brings him all the way down into the red, and then he Ice Beams me. And he gets the freeze, and he's just like so pissed. He's like, why couldn't I get that earlier? It would have been so helpful. But that's just the way it goes. And Poison, after a few turns, Toxic gets more and more and more, so it's going to take him out. That was a good game, buddy. All of you should go try Alphabet battling. It's a lot of fun. Comment, rate, sub. Thank you, guys.